Okay, how's everybody doing today? Okay, before I get started here today, I got a little joke for you. Why did the plant go to the doctor? Okay, nobody knows. Because it was green. Okay, well, on a serious tip here today, I'm here to talk to you today about global warming. Now, our planet is becoming sick, and the reason being is that carbon dioxide in our atmosphere is actually causing the temperature on the planet to rise up. Now, the number one cause of global warming is carbon dioxide from our businesses and from vehicles we drive. The emissions out your vehicles actually is carbon dioxide, goes up in the atmosphere, and it actually affects the ozone layer also, which actually allows sun rays in. And same thing with the businesses. Carbon come out the business, it's actually the waste of the products that they have there, and it causes the temperature actually to rise up. Now, there's been several people that actually did research on these, several companies, and the first one I talked about is the NRDC, which is the Natural Resource Defense Council. They did research on the sea level, and they said on the global sea level rose about 8 inches in the last century. The rate in the last 2 decades, however, is nearly double that of the last century. The planet's average surface temperature has risen about 2.0 degrees Fahrenheit since the late 19th century, a change driven largely by increased carbon dioxide and other human-made emissions into the atmosphere. Most of the warming occurred in the past 35 years, with 16 or 17 of the warmest years on record occurring since 2001. Not only was 2016 the warmest year on record, but the 8 of the 12 months that make up the year, from January through September, with the exception of June, were the warmest on record for those respective months. NASA also did research in Greenland and Antarctica on the ice sheets that have decreased in mass. The Greenland and Antarctica ice sheets have decreased in mass. The NASA Gravity Recovery and Climate Experiment shows Greenland lost 150 to 250 cubic kilometers of ice per year between 2002 and 2006, while Antarctica lost about 152 cubic kilometers of ice between 2002 and 2005. Now, there have been a number of record high temperature events in the United States, and they have been increasing, while the number of record low temperature are decreasing. The U.S. has also witnessed increasing numbers of intense rainfall since .10 events. And we've actually saw a lot of rainfall here in the last, 2 weeks or so. And the results of the warming of the atmosphere caused shrinking ice in North Pole and South Pole also. Now, there are several ways that we can reduce global warming with just a few steps. Now, we can drive fuel-efficient cars like electric cars, solar power cars. We can they also have wind power cars. Now, a lot of these vehicles actually aren't being put on the market because the oil industry, they make money off of oil, which is part of the pollution in our atmosphere. Now, they are investing into these vehicles because they see that they can make money out of it. Another way that we can cut down on global warming is you can actually choose a company that actually power homes with solar power or wind power. Some of these items you can also purchase for yourself. You can get solar panels on your house to warm your house in the summertime. It also can power other equipment in your house. Windmills do the same thing. And also you can weatherize your house. You can put weather stripping down actually to keep energy in your house, to keep the heat in there in the wintertime, keep the cold air in there in the summertime. A lot of people lose a lot of energy because their house is not weatherized. And also light bulbs. People don't know how much energy they burn using light bulbs. If you buy LED lights, they use like maybe 1/10 of the energy that a regular light bulb uses. And also the food that you eat. A lot of people, when they buy food from the grocery store, they eat a little bit of it and sit in the refrigerator for a little while, and then they toss it out. Well, when you toss that out, that food has to go somewhere. And what usually end up what happening with it, it goes into a big junk pile somewhere, and it creates, actually have to use a lot of energy actually just to process it. But those actually landfills that food go into actually emit carbon up in the air also, which destroys the ozone layer, causes global warming also. Now, I hope by my little speech here today that people will actually get together and try to cut down on some of these bad habits that we have. Now, mostly the younger generation, they're going to have to be the one to do this, because the older generation, they're actually the ones that are in power right now. And I think most of them really don't care. Most of the time they care about making is money. So you can tell your friends, your cousins, even tell your mother that that maybe they can cut down on some of this energy here. Now, this actually is a passion of mine, because I really think, from what I'm hearing on the news, our own president doesn't care anything about global warming. And he thinks it's just a little myth, I guess, but it's not true. Most of the energy that we use, I think he thinks coal, which put carbon in our air, is a good source of energy, but it's actually not. We were trying to go away from that, but actually look like we're going to keep using it. He thinks it actually creates more jobs, which it actually doesn't, because most people are going away from it. So, like I said, it's a passion of mine. I hope y'all, after this speech today, will go out and y'all will tell it your friends, like I said, your mother, your daddy. And that's all I have to say today. And thank y'all for listening to me today.
What do you think, Jay?